Good morning, Christine.
Good morning, ma'am.
Ah.
Good morning.
Hello, Catherine. I brought Dr. Rossi.
Oh. How do you do, Dr. Rossi?
Mrs. Harrington?
I've been telling the doctor that sooner or later anyone who is anyone comes to the house on the hill for Sunday brunch.
How sweet of you, Laura. Let's hope Dr. Rossi is impressed.
Thank you. Well, I was thinking of my room at the inn. It's not quite this big.
Well, my brother's a self-made man. He likes things big.
Oh?
Oh, don't all self-made men?
Well, not all.
In her travels, my sister-in-law was bitten by a bug. Landed English gentry.
Who's that with Laura?
Dr. Rossi, the one from New York. Haven't you met?
No. I thought he'd call me. He didn't. It's what a young doctor should do, call the older doctor. A little courtesy, Leslie, goes a long way, even in today's world.
I'm sure he's anxious to meet you. Glad you could come, Dr. Rossi.
Well, thank you, Miss Harrington.
Or maybe I should thank Laura for bringing you. How are you?
Fine.
Dr. Rossi, Dr. Robert Morton.
Well, I've heard a great deal about you, Dr. Morton.
I've lived here all my life, practiced here all my life, too. There was even a time, and it doesn't seem so long ago to me, when I felt like the only doctor in Peyton Place. I don't suppose you're interested in ancient history. So many young men aren't.
Well, I wouldn't say so, Dr. Morton. I have a lot to learn about Peyton Place and its people.
And medicine?
And medicine, yes, sir.
Well, you've inherited a good practice from Dr. Brooks. And I might add, this young lady's husband was a very good doctor. I thought the world of him.
He thought the world of you, Robert.
Yes, he did.
He usually consulted with me. Young doctors sometimes need to be guided. Long experience makes the doctor, not just books or new techniques. You agree?
I'd say all three were important, Dr. Morton.
Well, I'm starved.
Well, if you're starved, come to the table.
You know what I said to this young lady when I first met her? Katie, you've got the chicken pox.
Oh.
Now look at her. Cheeks still rosy. Or is that makeup?
Dr. Rossi, you must be starved, too.
Well, I have a feeling I struck out with Dr. Morton.
And I have a feeling, thank you, that I'm to blame.
Hi, Aunt Laura.
Norman, this is Dr. Rossi, my nephew, Norman Harrington.
Hello, Norman.
Pleased to meet you, Dr. Rossi.
Well, who are you taking to the festival, Allison?
Maybe.
Maybe. Why aren't you sure?
I haven't asked her, that's why.
Has it ever occurred to you that someone might beat you to it?
Yes. Would you excuse me, please?
The problems of the young.
They can be painful, Mrs. Brooks.
Mm.
My folks will be glad to see you.
I like your parents.
And the rest of the family. Me, for instance. I hurt you last night.
We better go in.
I'll never hurt you again. Allison. Allison, I do love you.
Daddy.
You'd think he'd guess.
Who?
Daddy. He'd probably be the last to know.
Betty.
Church bells were ringing. They were ringing when I went into his office, but nobody saw me. All the good people were at church.
Oh, Betty, what are you trying to say?
I did what you told me to. I went to see Dr. Rossi again. The bells were still ringing when I came out. I know what you're thinking. How could it happen to your daughter, your precious daughter? Well, it has. So don't say it. Just, I'll die if you say it.
I was only thinking, where was I? Where was your mother? Oh, Betty, if there's blame, it's mine as well as yours.
But I didn't think it was wrong somehow. What am I going to do?
Is Dr. Rossi sure?
Yes.
I just don't want to believe it. I know you look upon yourself as a woman. And you are. But I still look on you as a little girl. Maybe that's been part of the problem.
Don't blame yourself, Mother. Just tell me what to do.
Well, there's the first step. It has to be taken, Betty. It won't be easy, but you've got to do it. Well, Rod has a right to know. You've got to tell him.
I knew that was coming.
Betty, he has a responsibility, too. Tell him, don't wait.
Oh, thanks. That's great. That'll solve everything. Mother, he doesn't love me. Remember? Can't you understand that? He just doesn't love me. I don't want to talk now. I just want to be left alone.
Betty, if you won't protect yourself, I've got to protect you. Listen to me, darling. Please listen to me.
Do me a favor. Just give me some time to think and keep Daddy away from me. Keep everybody away from me.
Preview from the continuing story of Peyton Place.
I was young and pretty when you married me and my father owned the mill.
Catherine, please.
And now I'm not so young and you run the mill.
I built up that business for you and your father. And I've earned every cent I get out of it.
Have you ever stopped to think, Leslie, what would happen to you if we separated?
Betty, you can't run away from it.
I'm not. Okay, I am, but I just found out this morning. Dr. Rossi wasn't sure until this morning. Just give me some time.